Alright, citizens one and all, welcome back to yet another video. We're going to talk a little bit about a build based around the Burning Vulgar Alchemist. It is a Torgue weapon. The damage on it is absolutely insane. Let's look at the build first. This is what works for me. Some people will go down into the splash damage bonus to make the Torgue weapons work better, but we're okay without it. Let's start with bottomless mags, and that's what the surrounding point of this build is. It's very similar to the previous build, but we cut a few more corners. So we're 5 on Cloud of Lead, 5 on Match Set, 1 on Redistribution, 5 to RPMs, 1 to the Rushing Offensive, 5 to Iron Bank, 3 to Click Click, and 1 to the ammo regen. We skipped a lot of stuff here. We normally would get this as well. And then we go to Shield of Retribution. And in this case it's 5 into Armored Infantry, which is gun damage, 5 into the Drowning in Brass, 5 into the Max Shield, 1 into Experimental Munitions. Then we were able to stretch it a little further. More shield as well as more gun damage. And then as well we get another kill skill, which is 4 or 5. And then we're going to look again at gear. The main player here is the Burning Vulgar Alchemist. The shield, I suggest a shield that is an instant recharge, and that's what this is. This is the Hotfoot Recharger. When it breaks, it instantly recharges with a 20-second cooldown. That's what makes this build so special. We'll talk about that more in a minute. We actually did change out a few of the player items, the player mod plus the relic. We set these specific to this build to show this off. So this is 18% weapon critical and 25% weapon damage, the 45 bloodletter. We want that not for the doll. If I had one that did Torgue, I would prefer that, but just for the 25% and the 18% to weapon damage and crit. Then we did the Flesh Melter Splatter Gun, which is kind of more for shotguns, but we wanted this for the plus 40% magazine size because it really helps us out with this. So now we're up to 31 shots with it. But this is the Burning Vulgar Alchemist. It is probably my favorite weapon right now. It is amazing, but it does have a quirk. You can't gain something without giving something in return. So each shot that hits its mark will damage you. And that's why you have the insta-recharge shield. That way, when you break your shield, it pops back up. If not, it's going to start cutting into your health. But let's go demonstrate this build on Grave Ward real quick. We'll talk about the way we shoot him and the way that this works. So let's line this up right now. We're not going to shoot him initially. We're just going to get into position here, let him come up, and then just everything into the center mark, every single shot. And then we'll just watch the drain here. I try to avoid getting hit, but look at that drain. Look at that. Fall down, big boy. Just instantaneous death, pretty much. And then again, just everything into the eyeball. Every single shot, and with bottomless mags, you're going to have some regen. Even though it says 31, it's going to be more like 40. Then he should be dead, or nearly dead, and then we'll just finish him up. But the goal is to do him in 2 shots, when possible. He is dead, just like pretty much instantly dead. Ooh, nasty. I normally try to avoid those. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Just depends. But this is like a Torgue heavy build. I love it. It's an absolute favorite of mine, and we're going to min-max it a bit more in the future, but for now I like how it is set up. We already have that 50 times over, but we'll pick it up anyways. Ooh, that's a new one. So again, guys, this is all based around the Burning Vulgar Alchemist. So this talks a little bit about the build behind that, but it also talks about a Torgue rifle versus the Torgue shotgun, which we do have the Flacker as well, and we'll talk about that another time. But absolutely amazing fun. I know it's not an insta drop like a lot of people are doing right now, but it's just so satisfying to watch that bar tick down just from every little Torgue dart blowing up like that, the gyro jets getting stuck there, like the damage, the 9% increase, everything about the build is absolutely amazing. And typically we don't run it with this flesh melter. Typically we're going to run this build still with the luck chance because we want as much loot as possible. So we normally leave that on. But we did stack it just to show you how much the damage could be. It's going to be a little bit less when you factor out a decent relic. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on the build itself. I know we could have gone into more splatter damage to compound that effect for Torgue more, but this is about direct damage, more shots, and now you can see again, because we took that relic off, we're down to 24 shots instead of 31, so that's a pretty big boost. But y'all let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Enjoy that Mayhem 3. Let me know how True Vault Hunter's going for you. We're going to be working on that this week for the streams. But y'all take care. Have a good Monday.